Are you retiring before I retire?
No, no, no. See, I'm not retiring. As far as like the whole Sports Center thing goes, when I went on with Traina, all I was saying was, sometimes you got to leave the party a half an hour early rather than a half an hour late. You know what I mean? You don't, you don't want to be. I don't want to be dragging me out there, just going, oh God, the old guy. Let's shit, give him the Ostros and Natty Bows line and bring him on out there. No, I'm not. I'm not of an have no interest in abandoning the post necessarily. I just you just always got to look at what's out there and figure out what you can do to stay relevant.
I got bored with SportsCenter,
I
and
bet you did.
I sat in the chair one night, and I'm throwing to Sal Palantonio, and I'm thinking, what am I doing? Because I was just going through the motions, and I'm going,
Yeah.
God, I can't do that's. I should not be sitting in this chair. Somebody else younger should be sitting there. And I don't know if you've ever had those feelings in a show where you're going, God, do I want to? It's a young man's game.
I agree with that, and there are very few people that would identify and understand because I'm sure people might roll their eyes and go, "How hard can it be?" There's a certain amount of mental energy, and then there's a certain amount of physical energy, and by that I mean that it's midnight or 1 a.m, and you just need to be present and awake and have energy and be entertaining. And no, there are there are nights driving home on the Clara Barton Parkway in DC where you're dodging deer on this road and you're thinking, just how many of these do you have in you? And you and a handful of men and women out there could nod and say, you know what that means. I don't lack the energy or the interest. I just am being realistic about, do you keep doing the same thing for, my contract would run through like 10 years of doing it. 10 years seems like a good time to say, all right, is that the only thing you do? Is that what you do? Who knows? Who knows? But I love that I get to do this. I still am interested in the things that happen and the stories that happen, and the nights where you get to cover the biggest events feel huge. And then the challenges on the nights when it doesn't feel like that. Can you still paint the corners? Can you still throw strikes, right?
Where do you stand on Monday Night Countdown? Is that part of the resume now?
No, it was reported that I was the guy, and other than me not having been offered the job or accepting the job I haven't been offered, it was spot on. Um, God, that was weird. I mean, you read things and you're like, whoa, people are congratulating me and things of that, and then you're like, it's very strange to be the person who, you hear an athlete or somebody in sports say, well, that's just not true, and you kind of always think, sure it is. Well, this was a situation where something was reported about me, which was not accurate. Now, I don't want to be coy and act like it couldn't happen. I have I have a great boss. The people there have been incredibly supportive, and you have what this is about, right? You have conversations, and is this something that would work? Is this something that benefits you and me, and I can do something that helps us, that helps me find a different sort of daily workload, weekly workload. And if it is, and it makes sense, then great. But if it doesn't for whatever reason, then there are plenty of great men and women at our place that could do as good or better than I in that spot. But for the moment, I'm supposed to go back in August and hunker down for year 9, and off we go.